Chainlink just scored a major victory yesterday. What does it mean to the Link Marines? This is around the blockchain. Thank you for joining, everybody. Please hit that like button because we got 4 phenomenal guests. We're going to get right into it in the green square, looking clean in the white tee. It is Cowboys of Crypto. How are you doing today?
Oh, we're doing good. Wrestling up some possum, getting ready to grill them, and ready for ATV.
You did a very good job because, not a mark on you or your shirt. Also on today, you may recognize him from this morning. It is Josh Jake. Josh, how are you doing today?
Fantastic, man. I'm still here at the Hit Studio, so I'm just enjoying life and get to know everybody, but I'm excited to be here, brother.
All right, for those who don't know, he's only like 20 yards that way. There's only like a wall. I might yell at you and cheat and try to give you some answers. All right. Also on today, we have CryptoGrady. And are you feeling bullish like the hat says?
Oh, baby. Developing mental illnesses as I live in my mom's basement through this bear market. Crypto's #1 shit show right here.
Hey, you're saving on rent and you're saving on food with the chicken tendies. So we got to love that. Also, last but not least, we have Kevin, classic Kevin Estopinal. How do you say the last name, man? I just butchered it.
Oh, man, Estopinal, but you did better than most of my high school teachers. So that's the most I can ask for, DZ.
All right. Shout out to all the high school teachers struggling with 37 last names. Someone's got to have the funky name. So hit the like button if just one for the teachers out here. All right, well, let's talk about Swift and Chainlink, everybody. Chainlink, I said they scored a major victory. What am I talking about? I'm talking about Swift. Swift, if you don't know, is the messaging system for all the big banks. Think if you want a money transfer, you want to do something with foreign exchange, are you just trying to wire something? You're going to use the Swift system, especially in America. Well, Swift is used by all the major central banks here and is basically the major infrastructure for all of finance. Well, Chainlink and Swift have successfully completed a test, an experiment where Chainlink is moving funds using private blockchains, public blockchains, and the big banks themselves. I think Citi was one of the ones in this test pilot as well. So some major names here. BNY Mellon, I think it was in there as well. Here we actually have Chainlink in usage. There's some Chainlink. That's where my 3.5 Chainlink is going. That was a picture of my backyard, everyone. But major headway in the banking system. Is this bad news for Ripple? Is this bad news for Bitcoin? They collaborated with dozens of banks. And like I said, not only was it public, it was also private blockchains. So think if JP Morgan, BlackRock, they want private blockchains, it looks like it might be interoperable with Chainlink here. Now, Cowboys of Crypto, I'm a big fan of Chainlink. And, in my mind, it feels like a top 10 coin. When I look today, it's all the way down to 24. It's almost not even in the top 25. Can this interoperability with Swift, is this enough to maybe push it in not only the top 20, maybe even the top 10?
Yeah, I think I like Chainlink a lot. I think it deserves a spot more than things up there like Solana or Doge or Toncoin. So I do see a lot more utility. I remember who we're talking about when we have the name Chainlink in your mouth, okay? Chainlink is the Ric Flair of the crypto world. Woo! Always got an entourage, always styling and profiling. The thing is that it's probably, I think one of the only oracles in the top 100. Maybe there's banned somewhere up there. So, and if no one knows, I'm sure the audience here knows what an oracle is, but for some of us who don't, like if an oracle brings live, like real world data on chain and then interacts with a bunch of different smart contracts. So if a storm hits, like adjustments can be paid with insurance or not paid, or, that could be figured out. Or if a car hits, like that insurance can happen. Insurance is like top of mind for me on Chainlink. But even if the Undertaker wins or loses, right? Bets could be dished out or won in lots. And so all that can be figured out. So I think there's a lot of utility with Chainlink. But I think this Swift Link combination, this tag team is really helpful. And you could think of it like this, like if you're looking to invest in anti-spyware and you in this company and they started working with Apple, right? That's bullish for the anti-spyware company, just because, Apple, you have no idea if they're monitoring you or whatever, or if a brick and mortar university started to onboard people on their online campus, right? Or if the Fed started saying they're going to start buying Bitcoin. These juggernauts don't know that they are they're partnering with a very knife in the heart that is to their whole existence. So yes, I like Chainlink, especially if they work with Swift. I mean, we need a bridge, we need utility to get there. But all in all, I like Chainlink, and I have big hopes for its future.
Yeah, you started talking about Chainlink, being used for all these different aspects of the government. Geez, what if they did tie in with banks, tie in with government? Are we going to be, if you use a red light and you cross in the red light photo, are they going to burn a Chainlink to send you a bill? I want to buy more now. Josh, crypto is all about decentralization. It's all about, I kind of painted a scary picture. It's an authoritarian regime here where we're anti-authoritarianism in crypto, of course, but Chainlink is now working closely with the big banks, so it already has a community that does like it. It's working closely with the big banks. Are those two things combined? Does it look like Chainlink is going to have a monopoly with crypto and banking? I mean, should Ripple, Bitcoin, maybe even Ethereum be a little bit worried here?
Yeah, I mean, definitely with what Sergey has built with Chainlink is definitely a public service. This is a public good. And if people don't realize that crypto is going to become interoperable with the financial institutions, the majority of the liquidity in the industry, again, is reliant on the US dollar. We want reserves. You guys all want proof of reserves from the fallouts of all of these different exchanges. We have to see US treasuries backing the inventory of all of the money that they have flowing through the system. So Chainlink doing this is a huge win on their part. I think this isn't only going to excel Chainlink in the terms of that there is more oracles growing each and every single day. They are by far the largest competitor, but you have projects like BNB that now want to integrate their own oracles. And so that was a competition, or that was a competitive industry that was starting to grow more and more. And this move with the interoperability with Swift goes to show that not only can they provide this oracle and that off-chain data, but they're moving into where everybody that's on the inside of this industry understands, and that is establishing a better financial system. That doesn't mean it's going to be separate. That doesn't mean it's going to take down the US dollar. It doesn't mean BRICS is going to take over. But what Chainlink is positioning themselves to do is they're going to be interoperable on a max sale. And what I would say is Ripple, XRP, watch out for Chainlink.
All right, XRP, maybe some XRP fans out there, maybe a little bit worried, maybe a little angry right now. Maybe they're about to dump their link for XRP. Now, CryptoGrady, we're talking about their odds of success here, being the main crypto that the big banks want to work closely with. Well, that might turn off some people, some sovereign-minded individuals. Will Chainlink working with the big banks be enough to turn off or turn away the crypto industry as we kind of see them as working with the enemy?
No, we need on-ramps. How are people supposed to get into crypto? This is how this works. Chainlink's out there grinding. They're just the type of project that I look for. I like to look for projects that are grinding. The teams aren't looking at the 5 minutes in front of their face trying to make a quick buck. It's not about making a quick buck. They follow that golden rule, looking out for the best interests of others, even over their own best interests. They're grinding. They got a dream team of all dream teams pushing through second bear market in a row, grinding right on through, making partnerships with everybody under the sun. They got partnerships with your neighbor's dog, partnerships with your grandmother down the street. I mean, everybody under the sun. Chainlink out there grinding. Tokenomics aren't the best, but getting better. I love Chainlink just like you, DZ. I'm DCing. I'm all the way up to like 13.3 Chainlink, baby.
All right. I can't wait to get in the second digits. Speaking of the neighbor's dog partnering with Chainlink, we actually have a picture of that happening right now. This is live footage from my neighbor's dog. I don't know if Owen's able to pull that up, but yeah, Chainlink, it's everywhere, baby. It is working. He's just looking at me like, what are you talking about? I meant the Chainlink picture. I threw something at him. All right, now back to Kevin here. Final question on this topic. Now, Kevin, he brought up Chainlink has gone through 2 bear markets. I remember 2020. It was super hot. It was super, super hot. Kind of like New Orleans or Louisiana. It was muggy. It was hot. It was dripping, baby. Now, is it possible? Now, a lot of people, they rode it up. They rode it down. That maybe you're going to be a little bit more inclined to sell this time. Is it possible for Chainlink to have a second hype cycle?
I think so, guys. And, I think you heard it perfectly. Josh, I'm going to call him Josh GBT. That was absolutely incredible. I mean, guys, Chainlink has more corporate partnerships than Joshua Jake does TikTok followers. I mean, guys, just go look it up. I mean, I did a crypto fantasy draft, guys, and I actually ranked Chainlink as my 8th overall pick, and I compared it to Saints player Alvin Kamara, if y'all know who he is. Oh, by the way, DZ, excellent backyard. I mean, the utility on that Chainlink, tons of room for activities.
Yeah. I mean, you look at it live right there. It's they needed more of that after Katrina. Some would say, it might be too soon. Might be too soon. They just wanted to walk across the bridge, y'all. That's all those people wanted to do. Kevin, are you bullish on Chain? Do you have enough Chainlink?
Oh, I got a ton of Chainlink. I
Okay.
honestly do. Not financial advice. I have a ton of Chainlink, but yeah, I'm very bullish, and I think it'll actually perform better in future bear markets.
Ooh, all right. That's going to bump you up to 7, which is the number of Chainlink that I used to have. I only have 6 now, but I'm going to get back up to 7, folks. Don't worry. All right, well, let's move on here and talk about Uniswap. Uniswap also got another victory. It's a day of victories, everybody. They announced a judge out of the come to it as U.S. District in New York, surprise, surprise, and they dismissed the class action lawsuit against Uniswap. Also had some VC investors involved, and Andreessen Horowitz, Paradigm, was also involved. But the plaintiffs argued that they suffered financial losses due to Uniswap having scam tokens on the exchange. I didn't know it was a scam token. Uniswap had it on there. I assumed it wasn't a scam token because Uniswap had it on there. So they sued Uniswap. Well, the judge said the accepted tokens in questions were indeed fraudulent. She said, yes, you are right. Those are scam tokens, but she lacked the authority to hold Uniswap accountable for the losses. It said Uniswap did not solicit purchases of the specific scam tokens, which is a necessary condition. It looks like it is down about 5% just today. If you ever recognize, here is the logo. That is the Uniswap's logo right now. After the victory, I believe they've upgraded their logo just in sign since they won the lawsuit. I don't know if we could show the upgraded logo. That's the upgraded one right there. Now, Cowboys of Crypto, picture aside, what are your thoughts on this lawsuit? Is there any merit in, hey, there's a scam on the website. Why is it on the website if it isn't real?
Yeah, I kind of like it. My reactions are, look, after the XRP win, Bitcoin ETF, they're stacking up. We're stacking up wins as a crypto industry, so I like it. There's a long road ahead of us as far as regulation wins. So this is just the first couple steps that we're down this road. And so this is going to be an ongoing battle. I've said it before, I'll say it again, that it took 100 years to get to where we are to regulate cars driving. And so I think it's going to take a lot longer, or as long as at least, to regulate money. But the thing is, with these bozos trying to sue Uniswap, I think there's like a bigger narrative here, right? Do you blame the rain for slipping on the sidewalk if it rains on you?
Yes.
Do you blame the pole if you run into it? Do you blame the cactus for sitting on it? Right? I think this is crazy because when people go on Uniswap and they spend $20,000 on Dingleberry coin and then they lose it all and it's gone and they're like, I don't know who to blame. I'm gonna sue the protocol. And it's this blame game that I think we all play. And if you're in crypto, I think you have to really correct yourself, especially if you're buying on swap, like on these dexes, right? These are just machines. These are protocols. So I feel like it's a childish mentality that people have to own, stand up. Own it, right? Like I bought Dingleberry coin and now I'm the Dingleberry and now I have to learn from my mistakes and lesson learned. And I think what ends up happening is that freedom in crypto, the freedom that crypto promises, is inseparably linked with self-responsibility. Actually, all freedom is linked to the responsibility that we have to hold to ourselves. And what ends up happening is that we let go of some of those freedoms, and then so that we don't have to take responsibility anymore. And I think that's laziness on our part. If you want the maximum amount of freedom, especially like crypto, but anything in the world, right? Especially nowadays, this world's crazy. If you want freedom, you must take self-responsibility. Don't be lazy, especially if you're in your crypto.
Yeah, for the maximum amount of money there. Now, Joshua, Uniswap is about the maximum amount of coins you could trade. It is the top DEX. If you're introducing people to Ethereum, more than likely, 9 times out of 10, you're going to say, yeah, if you're trying to find that random altcoin, just, go into Uniswap, paste in the smart contract there. So it is the top DEX. It's bigger than anything they have on Cardano, bigger than anything they have on Solana. How long until Uniswap is dethroned as the top DEX, or will it just be forever?
Yeah, so the contrarian perspective here is I do not like what I saw out of this, DZ. We saw the judge not only, this was a huge win for crypto, right? We're talking about freedoms here, being able to trade and buy whatever asset you're looking for on these exchanges. It is not Uniswap's fault. It's the judge used the analogy of, and we talked about this on today's show earlier, was it's like being in a car, right? You can't sue the car company because the driver is a bad driver and runs into somebody else. That is just, it doesn't make sense fundamentally. But the outcome of this lawsuit is what actually worries me, where the judge clarified and now has set precedent that Ethereum and Bitcoin are both commodities. And so this is a huge moment in the crypto industry where we're not only fighting for regulatory clarity, we're also fighting to restrain that freedom, because it's like freedom of speech. As soon as you start, pushing one word or two words out of the system, it's a snowball effect. And before you know it, you're going to be very centralized and controlled by whether it is the government on how they control your thought process. And in this case with crypto, what does that mean? If we are going to look at Bitcoin and Ethereum as now both commodities, what does that look like when it comes to AML, KYC, being able to access these decentralized exchanges? Because even though the lawsuit was a win for Uniswap, in my opinion, in the short term, what does that look like for the government agencies that are now going to use this lawsuit for whatever they decide to run after, whether it's the CFTC? It's going to be the CFTC at this point, but it puts them in a very high position of power.
All right. Well, speaking of high position of power, looks like the judge, ruled, hey, there's no point. I'm going to throw out this lawsuit here. Well, CryptoGrady, have you ever wanted to sue an exchange? What was your worst trade where you're like, man, if I could, I would?
I mean, DZ, can I just blame you for you're one and only amazing crypto expert right here who's managed to lose.
Well, I was telling people to buy Cardano at $1. It's 25 cents now. So maybe it could have been me. It could have been me.
Hey, it's all your fault, DZ. I think I need you to take care of me. I mean, when I make bad decisions with my money, expecting you to take care of me, you're one and only amazing crypto expert who's managed to lose over $3 million in crypto alone over the last year and a half, baby. Right here, I was going into Luna. We kept going in. That was deep pegging. Guess what I was doing? I was throwing all that money right on in there, thinking it would go right on back up. Didn't happen. That's the worst trade I've ever made. Certainly the worst move, and it broke me. It absolutely. I mean, we're still trying to get through these mental illnesses I've been developing all the way through this bear market, though. We're pushing through, baby. It's going to come back. Let's go.
All right. You know what? I'm giving you 3 extra points just for one, being Terra Luna, and 2, put a positive spin on that. Cannot have been easy there. Now, Kevin, Uniswap has a coin. It's Uni. I have a bag from 2020, 2021, I think. I sold a little in 2021, didn't sell enough. Still just have that small bag sitting there. What are your thoughts on Uni? And, maybe more so, what are your thoughts about an exchange having a token? Is that bearish?
No, I think it's bullish. And I agree with what Josh GBT said. He killed it again. I think the bigger picture is the legal precedent being set that Ethereum is now a commodity. And I don't know how many more lawsuits, we have to win to keep pushing the ball forward to get regulatory clarity for these assets. But I'm super bullish on Uniswap. I think they've made enough ground that no other DEX would be able to catch them anytime soon.
All right. Well, it will be, it's going to be an uphill battle. I mean, it just has all the things. People are familiar with it, and you got to be so careful signing on to a new exchange. So, real quick, I do want to say this about Uniswap. Don't Google Uniswap. Just find Uniswap. Find the official link. You can find it from a Uniswap tutorial from a YouTuber. You can find it from their official X account. Just never Google Uniswap to try to trade. There's a lot of fake ones out there that will drain your wallet. All right. Well, speaking of drained wallet, I didn't plan that segue. That was a good one, though. YouTube blunder. We had a guy lose $50,000 worth of Matic. There's a screenshot right there. I don't mean to laugh. That's the screenshot of it happening right there. There's a Brazilian YouTuber. I'm going to try to say his name correctly. It's Fraternidade Crypto, or Fraternidade Crypto. Lost over 50K of Matic tokens there. 86,399 tokens. Let's show that picture one more time. This is what you look like when you lose 86,000 Matic right there. Well, there's an ex-user that posted that the person who took it has actually since returned it to the person who stole it, said, hey, I stole your Matic before someone else would steal it who wouldn't have given it back. And it appears that, so his fan gave him his Matic back. So most people are believing he was just trying to protect the guy from getting it stolen from somewhere else there. Now, this is kind of an interesting thing. Cowboys, this reminds me of cowboy justice. Is it okay to to do a crime to prevent a crime?
Yeah, I think specifically in this case, I'm not sure if a crime was actually committed, right?
That's a good point. That's a good point.
someone took advantage of it. It was a blunder. It was a mistake, as you said. One of his own fan base just kind of grabbed it up really quickly. And maybe I have a hypothesis that maybe they instinctively, I mean, that if it happened that quick, they probably really wanted it. But maybe their conscience panged them, and they're like, you know what, I'm going to do the right thing and
Guilt.
return it. I could easily see that. I think generally, philosophically, you would probably be considered a vigilante. So this guy's probably the Batman of crypto right now, like trying to save his friend and give back to him of that stupid mistake. That being said, I saw his reaction. I saw his video. It looked very genuine. It looks like he learned his lesson. But I just want to say something that I'm just not one to be inclined to like make fun of or poke at other people's misfortunes, especially crypto YouTubers. There's a lot of them in the community who do a good work, and I think you guys know what I'm talking about, is that we should support other crypto YouTubers who are falling on hard times or give them the benefit of the doubt. And I think we're better than that, right? We could lift each other up, especially in this small industry of crypto YouTubers, people who do the research, people who do the time, people who make amazing videos and make networks that allow small YouTubers like me to have a platform and to have people downvote me or upvote it. It doesn't matter. I'm just super grateful. And so I think as an industry, we could collectively be supportive of each other. And I know it's a blood sport. We have to trade against each other, but it's okay. There's a lot of crypto to go around, a lot of money to go around, and I'm excited for its future.
All right, great stuff right there. Now, Josh Jake, Cowboys of Crypto, he brought up a good trolley car problem situation here. Is it a crime if someone posts their seed phrase?
I think as everybody on this panel, we stream all the time. I'm always worried that camera is watching you. So when you're on a live, you need to make sure there's nothing important in that room. I will never have a seed phrase in that same room. It shouldn't be in that. You should be doing that elsewhere. And that's just me being cautious and just, I don't know. I just don't trust cameras. Like, look at what's happening with Amazon. They can create a web mesh network without a camera, and now through AI, visualize what's in your surroundings. So maybe it's me just being skeptical and losing a lot of trust in the things like our government over the last 20 years. But I for sure as heck do not trust, everybody in the audience. My community, I love, I support. Everybody watching this, I love, I support. But there is bad actors that exist out there. And you see this every single day with the people that are acting as us, that are making fake accounts and reaching out to these users. And so sadly, I'm going to have to say this was a blunder on a very large game of chess. And it was just unfortunate that it took place. And he should be just super blessed. I mean, he is super blessed, but just thankful that that guy grew whatever reason in his heart to send back that money.
All right, you said you don't have the seed phrase in the room with you. Is it in the room I'm in? Because you're right over there. Is it in this room
I can
somewhere?
text it. Like,
okay, yeah. Dude, that would be great. That would be great. All right, well, Grady, we're going to switch gears a little bit here. You know, we could talk about the YouTuber. I want to ask you about Matic. Now, I need to know you. I need to get to know you better. You know, I mean, sure, it's tragedy. I need to know, what is Grady's position on Matic? It's 50K in Matic. Was he over a lot of there? Is that a strong L2 in your opinion?
That is a lot of money in Matic. I've always been a Matic bull, but it's weird. You haven't heard as much from them lately. What's going on with Matic? I kicked ass with Matic in the last bull run. Nailed it, bought it right down there at the lows, sold it right there at the tops, been DCAing back in. But we haven't heard, and we've seen on the network, if you've been in there with Matic, there's the transactions we've seen a few problems in there where it gets like stuck. Your transaction gets stuck sometimes for a whole day. That's happened to me multiple times. And they have done things to fix it. It's definitely better than what it was like when Aave first came into Matic and it was just exploding to the moon. And it was like, wow, it was my first L2 I was really into in DeFi in there. Nice. And Aave in that interest, making that money, baby. But now, I'm a little unsure of what the team's doing. I haven't heard as much. They've been quiet. They've laid off 80% of their employees. But you got to think Matic's going to be a winner, right? We thought they were going to be the L2 winner, period. But I'm not so sure with ZK Sync coming and all these different things coming. I'm a little nervous about Matic these days.
All right. We have a +1 Grady for not rocking a green screen today. Do you normally do the green screen?
I do. It's right here.
Okay. All right. 1 point. That since it's not a lie. If I had to guess on Matic, why haven't we heard anything? They have such big partnerships. Starbucks. I'm trying to think of the other Reddit. Maybe they're going for fewer but larger partnerships. You know, not the Chainlink. Do we have a picture of Chainlink in action, Owen? I know it's on the on the moment right here. You know, you go to Chainlink, it's partnering with everybody. You know, I think we have a, no, he's like pulling up the Uniswap. Here, I got you, Owen. I got you, Owen. Yeah, here's a live look at Chainlink, everyone. Live look at Chainlink. It partners with everyone. All right, now, Kevin, I'm sorry. You know what? That joke I tried, folks. I tried. All right, Kevin, you're no stranger to grift, you know, growing up in Louisiana. You know, shots fired. I'm a Texas boy. I got to fire some shots. You know, they're all shady out there. I'm kidding. In New Orleans, yeah, in French Quarter, yeah, mostly though. But this situation specifically, does this feel staged? I mean, he was reportedly able to get all the money back. Does that pass the sniff test? Does that pass the really test?
So he's a YouTuber, right? I mean, a YouTuber do something for clicks? Nah, I don't believe it. No, of course, 100% this was staged. Now, going back to Polygon Matic, guys, it's another project. I mean, Brian Armstrong, the CEO of Coinbase, he actually just did an article where he put Polygon Matic as one of his top layer 2 projects. So again, another one with a ton of corporate partnerships. Bullish on Matic, but this not bullish on 100% grift.
All right, 100% grift. If it was grift, he's a pretty good actor, folks. I mean, look at this. That is Zelensky level acting right there. I only say that because he kind of looks like Zelensky a little bit, right? A little less sweaty. All right. Well, that is all we have time for. Grady's sweating maybe after that comment. Blue and yellow flags in his chat. Cowboys of Crypto, you ended up taking it home. Look, you look happy about it. Feel free. Leave us with some parting thoughts, please, sir.
I don't represent the people. The heck I don't. It's me. I'm the one out here putting the work in, behind the scenes trying to save crypto, while these devils, Sam Bankman-Fried, Brian Armstrong, they're trying to permanently ruin it. This is not about money for me. I hope you guys understand this. I'm here fighting for you. And the fight continues. We salute you.
We salute you. Honestly, I do stand for that message here. Forward, you know, it's everything that's happened is not a laughing matter, you know, guys, but we are just trying to move forward. And I appreciate, you know, just the people that are being positive in the chat. They're really just trying to give themselves economic freedom through digital assets. We're all on this journey together. That's all we got. Make sure you go to everyone's channel. We got a couple first timers or, you know, haven't been on that much. So go to Grady's YouTube channel. Of course, go to Cowboys of Crypto. Check out Josh Jake. He's got a lot of TikTok followers. Kevin, classic Kev, always putting out just that classic content, that evergreen content, and just one of the coolest guys in crypto. That's all we got. Hit the like button on the way out. Easy out. I'm going to go see Atmosphere with the fiance. Let me know in the comments. What do you feel about Atmosphere? Good or bad? I'll report in tomorrow. That's all we got.